Good evening, everybody. It is 5:30, but I'm going to wait just a couple seconds here to see if I can get Councilman Howard. He's en route to City Hall, so we'll give him just a second to get caught up so we have a full council tonight. So bear with us if you don't mind, please. Good evening, everybody. Councilman Howard can join us as we get underway here. Good evening. It is 5:31 on August 1st, and those present will stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Currently in council and chambers tonight, we have as mentioned, Councilman Kokoli, Councilman Doyakos, Councilman Murja, Deputy Clerk Fraunfelder, Brian Haviland in the public, Melody from the Acantha, and Carla Doncaster here from the public as well. The Howard Mobile is pulling up to the front of the building as we speak. So 2 seconds, we'll have him join us and we'll get into things. The door locked? Oh, that'd be poetic. We didn't lock you out, Councilman. Our first item tonight on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from the City Council meeting of July 18th, 2023. A motion from Councilman D.
I'll second.
Second from Councilwoman Kokoli. Changes or corrections? Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes stand approved. Brian Colesworthy, from one of the many hats he wears, is here tonight as well.
What has he got on right?
What hat do you have on tonight, Brian? He's got a Copper Creek hat on, but I'm sure he's here as something. You're leaving state. That was taken care of at the last minute. Anybody at the last meeting? Anybody else going to be out between now and the 18th or the 15th? I mean, I am heading to Billings tomorrow, taking it on the run because I can't fight this feeling anymore. I'm going to see REO Speedwagon tomorrow night. We have nothing on the unfinished business. We wrapped it up last time. Our first new business item would be a vote on the recommendations to advertise for deputy clerk position. We'll take a motion and then I'd have Tom, Deputy Clerk Fraunfelder, or Clerk Fraunfelder.
I move to approve the recommendation. Second.
A motion from Councilman D and a second from Councilman Murja. This would be Tom, Clerk Fraunfelder, and he is the clerk. I don't know why I call him the deputy clerk. Jody's the finance officer, Tom's the clerk, Sean is utility billing. Clerk, the floor is yours.
I am. Jody is the finance officer and clerk.
Right.
I'm the deputy.
That's too much to say.
I know. But anyway, we were debating on whether or not to hold off for a while while I was training before we brought in someone else. But we're thinking, let's just get the ball rolling. The job description hasn't really changed. I did beef it up a little bit. I think there was a few things left out of the job description revolving around just some of the computer skill, accounting knowledge,
Payroll.
knowledge, at least basic knowledge that you need to really excel in position. And then just the proposed rate that we would start with of $19 to $21 depending on experience. And we would advertise internally as in the policy. The city, we would advertise internally for the first 5 days, and then if we don't hire someone internally first, then we would open up.
Is there a hiring committee or an interview?
There will be an interview committee. And it would be my suggestion that the interview committee would be Jody is an outgoing department head, Tom Fraumfelter is an incoming department head, Mike is a department head, Chief Funk is a department head, and then one of the Steves as outgoing council members. Because ultimately, if there's an employee issue within the community, within the city, it comes to the mayor, and then if that decision needs to be appealed, it goes to the city council members.
Right.
So it would be my hope that we wouldn't have any of that, but with Steve both coming in to do at the end of the year, have them, one of them on that review committee, and I will be involved. I'll be there as well, because ultimately this position is the secretary to the mayor, and has, if we need something, if I need something typed, or whoever the mayor is needs things done, that's the position that this falls to as well. So I will not have a say in the matter, but I will be involved, as much as I can be. Did you want in on the hiring thing there, Councilman Cocoli?
No, I was just wondering how it would work. I mean, I can be there if someone needs me to be.
I'm open for suggestions. I just thought, since it's a department head, that position will answer to department head. I thought the other department head should be involved.
Yeah.
And then Tom is the incoming department head, and then one of the two council members. So that's how I see it playing out.
Yes, I would call the question then.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I guess I should ask Mel, you got any questions?
19 to 21.
1921. Okay.
So Tom, get it out advertised internally starting tomorrow. Okay. Our other item tonight would be claims.
Move approval of the claims.
I have a motion from Councilman D to pay the bills.
I'll second.
A second from Councilwoman Cocoli.
I'll just question that $99 iPad case.
Have you not?
Can't carry it in a box.
No, hold on.
No.
Have you not told these guys?
No.
No.
You all have iPads.
What?
Oh, we all have.
You all have iPads. They are here. We're just getting them set up so that you don't have to deal with, we had issues with phones, but they're iPad, the ninth generation, they're just a 64 gig Wi-Fi only one. And we've set them up with your emails, your city emails on them. And we're working on setting up, what are they? Recovery emails, just using a basic Gmail address for recovery and a simple password so that we can do it. So you're not, everybody's going to have their Choteau, and when the members change out, we'll change them to that, but it'll be Ward 1, Councilman 1, Ward 1, Councilman 2, or however it plays out. Those will be how they're out there, but everybody will have their own iPad to track their emails on, and rather than using your phones. And those last tablets we had just didn't cut it.
And this is also better for tracking public information.
Yeah.
It's not on your personal.
Yeah.
It's all done and it's kept in one
Yeah.
spot. And we'll have Zoom on them, so if you
Yeah.
need Zoom, you can take it with you.
Yeah.
All right.
I have mine with me.
So I won't have to call in every single time and go, what's happening? Great, just in time for back to school.
So,
Back to school.
We got what I thought was a very smoking deal on them. They're $249.
Oh, that's not bad. I hope the Gmail account has more than just a simple password on it.
It does. We've got the list. Tom and I are slowly getting them put
Okay.
together. So like, there's a recovery one for the mayors and things like that, and they've got
We haven't kind of just like Apple or.
Apple IDs. Yeah,
Mhm.
we had to set up Apple IDs for them as well, so.
Sorry,
it
I
hasn't-
threw off the flow. We can,
Well,
did we approve the minute?
Oh,
No.
yes.
I mean, the claims.
No.
Nope, sorry.
Sorry.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So I can get my $99.99 Councilman. We will pay the bills. Before we head to public comment, you guys got anything you want out there?
Trip of the month tickets are still available. Contact me or a Lions Club member or showtolions.club.
See, they're going to town on the,
They're tearing the heck up out of that tennis court.
Yeah,
yes,
they
they
are.
are. Good to see that.
It sounds like we got preliminary approval for expanding that LWCF grant, so. That'll be quite a big hit to the Lions Club coffers, so.
Bears,
Bears,
Bears.
the Bears.
It is getting to the time of year where they are hungry, they're starting to think about.
Yeah.
Hibernating, they are traveling. So just be aware, as things dry out, they're gonna start looking for berries, they're gonna start looking for.
Yeah.
For other places, so we will start seeing them places that we haven't all summer because it's been lush.
Yeah.
If you're in bear country, just
Be
be
safe.
careful, be aware. Carry bear spray.
Be
Take
bear
a
safe.
dog with you. Take somebody slower. I mean a dog. But yeah, just be careful.
Howard, Councilman?
Had a couple wells go dry in town, but that was just from the dewatering of the new line that came back as soon as they moved down the block.
Or did it really? So a comment on that, on the new water lines. I was told that when the new water lines got done over here on the southeast side of, or southwest side of town, Levi Hodgkiss said his sump pump never came on this year. The minute they started replacing lines, never saw the sump pump never kicked on this year. Ross Deppner texted me yesterday and said that the new water lines on the northeast side of town must be working as well because they're struggling to get water now to the cemetery,
Spring.
to the spring, because that spring was fed by if we were leaking water over there, it went to that spring and that's what they use. So they're struggling to get water out to the cemetery now. So hopefully our investment, everything's got what's the collateral damage. Everything has collateral damage, but hopefully our new water lines will slow our pumping, stretch our equipment and things like that, because that ultimately was the goal for that. So. Councilman Kokoli.
I maybe should have commented on this under unfinished business, but any update on or any follow-up with the streetlights?
They have the plan out, but he has not brought it to me yet. They've laid out new streetlights for the city. And all of them being LEDs, and there are some areas in the community that do not have lights that they are going to present to us to put lights in, and then we have to deal with the cost. And that's something we'll probably talk about as we get closer to the budget into what do we want to do with our streetlights, with our streetlight assessment. But the Northwestern engineers say they have it complete, they just haven't had time to get it up here yet. And I will lean on NWE to get that done. And get it proposed. As for the budget, we do not have our mills set of the value of a mill yet set. It's supposed to be set by the first Monday in, or the first Monday in August. So next week we expect to have our mills set. And then that will get us back into our budgeting where we're at. So technically, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, our first public hearing on the budget is set for the 15th.
Yeah, we'll have an ad in the paper on the 9th. To announce the meeting, and we'll have the first read on the 15th and the second read on September 5th. And then we'll vote on it on the 5th.
Yeah. And I would tell folks that I've been watching, as I've had time, I've been watching the Department of Revenue's videos on the new assessments and the new reappraisal numbers and things like that. And I'll be curious to see how it does play out for us, but my fingers are crossed that we're not going to see anything huge or detrimental to our taxes. Because we're limited, folks. We can only go 2.5% up. That's by law. So don't panic yet. Let us get the numbers out. And when we do, I believe, well, I'll tell you right now, our meeting on the 15th will be at the pavilion. Because I'm also going to have the preliminary floodplain maps out there for people to come and comment and see what is now in the floodway. And what kind of effect it may have on your housing situation or your business situation. And I would tell folks that are east side of Main Street, back through the park and up to 5th Avenue Northwest, and that you need to come check this out. So you can see what kind of effect it may have on your property. My other soapbox night is people have got to stop using alleyways as through streets. Alleyways are local access only. You're in on one end, out on the other. You're not to be driving through 3 blocks of alleyways at 30 miles an hour, thinking you're beating the streets. The alleyways have a set speed limit of 15 miles an hour, and they are local access only. In on one end, out on the other.
The alleyways are 5 miles per hour. proposed.
No, alleys are 50, are they 5? I
Yeah,
thought they're 15.
Five.
Oh,
no, they're fine.
oh, sorry. I stand corrected. I thought they were 15, 5 miles per hour. So if you think you're, skinning a hot cat by sneaking down the alleyways, you're not. And you've got to stop doing it because someone's going to get hit or someone's going to lose a dog or something like that. So stick to the streets, people, please. I'm asking you in a kind manner to do that. School's getting ready to start. Crosswalks. Be aware on 7th, be aware of the crosswalks by the courthouse, be aware by the crosswalks over by the Lions Club swimming pool and that. There's a lot going on. A lot of us get distracted driving, pick me, but keep an eye on the crosswalks and keep an eye on people and kids, bikes included, and make sure that you're watching around as you go. Public comment. I think I'm done before I get crazier. No?
Yes.
Yes, Carla?
Last time I scooped up all the agenda. You guys are familiar with this?
Mhm.
Yep.
Have you seen this before? I wanted to know if you knew that there is hot tea in Choteau. You ever seen that? Do you see hot tea in Choteau? Have you seen that before?
I actually saw that on a shirt once, way back in the early 80s.
Very nice. I saw it looking at a sign coming here one day. And I thought because of the EA from spelling, teaching spelling and looking for patterns of words, and it just dawned on me that there are hot tea in Choteau. And that makes it easy for me to spell because I'm classically not a very good speller. So have you ever, and I'm gonna ask some questions, and I'm not asking them so that you answer me.
Okay.
I'm asking them for thought, for discussion, for you, for yourself, to know the answer. And I wonder if you've seen hot tea, if you've ever asked, or if you've ever told anyone that you've seen hot tea in Choteau. When I saw the EA, and then I saw the T, and then I saw the hot, and then I saw that there was hot tea in Choteau, and then I saw I can ask a question. Have you seen, or do you see hot tea in Choteau? I had something, what's called a paradigm shift. I had a different perspective on something that was familiar to me. I'd seen it a lot before, but I'd never seen hot tea in Choteau. So if you've never seen hot tea in Choteau before, again, it's a question for you to answer for yourself. How long have you looked at Choteau and not seen hot tea? Is it something that you've had right in front of you for many years and you've never noticed it before? So just like this word, there's opportunities in front of Choteau. Things that maybe people are going past on a regular basis and seeing that they're not aware of. I'm wondering if you see them. There's also risks and threats, things like flood map changes or bears or people from outside the community that come in, and what do we do about that? Do we see those things? Do we see those threats? And do we see the opportunities that they also may afford? So I see some risks, I see some threats right in front of us here in Choteau. Maybe you see them too, maybe you don't. Seeing them or not seeing them doesn't alter their existence, they're there. Their life, they are there. And there's also opportunities that I see, and I hope that you do see them or you'll come to see them too. So I ask you a question for you to answer yourself and maybe talk with me about it later. What do you see when you look at Choteau? And do you see what I see? And if you ever want to talk about it with me, have some tea at my house. You're welcome to come over. I'm not going to offer you any tea because I think that would be a little bit weird here, but you can come over to my house and we can sit on the front porch. And I'd love to hear what you see in Choteau, and I'd like to share what I see in Choteau townhouse.
Thank you.
Thank you.
With nothing else out there, you guys, again, pay attention, be safe, be wise, be smart with the temperatures going up for fire dangers, and we will see you guys on 15 August at the pavilion at 5:30 p.m. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
We are adjourned.
So the 16